Why does money slip through your fingers like water? Why does abundance feel like a dream just beyond your grasp? My dear friend, it is not because life has forgotten you. It is not because you are unlucky or cursed. It is because you were never taught the hidden laws, spiritual truths older than any bank, deeper than any debt, and more powerful than any lack you've ever faced. Today your heart has led you here not by accident, but by divine guidance. For within you rests a force greater than circumstance, and it is time to awaken it. You see, money is not just paper or numbers in your account. It is energy, and like all energy, it responds to laws. Not the laws written by man, but the unseen spiritual laws that govern the ebb and flow of wealth in your life. These laws do not care about your past failures. They care only about the vibration you carry, the words you speak, and the faith you hold. Today I will reveal to you 5 hidden spiritual laws that can transform your financial life forever, if you let them. The law of spoken wealth. If you only knew how powerful your words were, you would never again speak in limitation. You would never again utter a sentence that diminishes your worth or reduces your prosperity, for your mouth is not just a tool to communicate, it is the instrument through which your future is created. Each word you speak about money is a seed planted into the soil of the universe. Speak lack and you harvest struggle. Speak wealth and abundance must answer you. Every time you say, I can't afford this, you are commanding lack to remain in your life. When you say, money never stays with me, you are declaring to the invisible forces that money is not welcome to stay. You may think you are simply telling the truth. You may believe you are just acknowledging reality, but you're not. You are creating more of that reality. The universe does not judge your statements, it only fulfills them. Your words carry energy. Your words are law. There was a woman who once said, I am always broke. It's like a curse. And indeed it was, not because life had cursed her, but because she unknowingly cursed herself with the very words she spoke each morning, each evening, and with every sigh in between. But when she was told this hidden spiritual law, the law of spoken wealth, she shifted. She began to say, money comes to me easily. I always have enough. I am blessed beyond measure. At first, her logical mind resisted. How could saying these words change anything when her bank account showed empty? But she persisted, not because she understood, but because she dared to hope. And as weeks passed, strange things began to happen. Unexpected money arrived. Debts dissolved. Opportunities presented themselves from directions she never imagined. Understand, these words are not powerless sounds. They are vibrations carrying messages to the infinite supply that surrounds you. When you say, I am open to receiving money in surprising and joyful ways, the unseen energies arrange circumstances to match that declaration. When you speak prosperity, you call it forth, yet many people curse their finances daily without realizing it. Complaining about expenses, lamenting over debts, joking about being poor, these are not harmless expressions. They are orders given to the universe, repeated until the universe in its perfect faithfulness complies. Some will say, but isn't this just positive thinking? No, it is deeper than that. This is spiritual law. Positive thinking dwells in the mind. Spoken wealth releases commands from your soul into the universe itself. It is not merely thought, it is vibration. Your words carry your intention across the ethers, and that intention becomes form. Remember, your subconscious mind accepts every word you say as truth. It does not filter, analyze, or reject. It simply receives. Every time you say, I struggle to pay my bills, your subconscious records it, accepts it, and begins working to fulfill it. What you repeat, you believe. What you believe, you create. So today you must become the master of your tongue. Guard your mouth as you would a treasury. Speak only what you desire to see. Say only what you wish to experience. Replace phrases like, I can't afford it, with, money flows to me constantly. Replace I'm broke, with, I am rich in unseen ways, and wealth is finding me now. You may feel foolish at first, that's only the mind clinging to old patterns. Speak anyway, declare anyway. For what you speak today, you will live tomorrow. In ancient scriptures, it is written, let the weak say, I am strong. Why? Because speaking strength calls strength. Speaking wealth calls wealth. Even if all evidence in your life denies it, your words have the power to override appearances. The unseen is always more powerful than the seen. If you walk into a store and say, oh, I can't afford this, you have just closed the door on your own supply. But if you look at that same item and say softly, I am open to all good, money flows to me easily, what is mine finds me, you have shifted your energy, you have whispered an invitation to prosperity itself. You see, life mirrors back to you what you speak. If you call yourself poor, the universe says, as you wish. If you declare yourself prosperous, the universe says, it is done. This is not fantasy, this is the law. Speak boldly. Speak as if you are already wealthy, for in truth you are. The riches of life are yours by divine inheritance. But to claim them, your words must match your worth. Never again declare your insufficiency. Never again describe your hardships as if they define you. Speak as a creator, for that is what you are. I knew a man once who said, I never get lucky with money. And for years he didn't. But when he changed his words, when he began to say, I am favored financially, opportunity, his life transformed. He received a job offer from a company he had never applied to. A friend repaid a long-forgotten loan. Little by little his finances shifted, not because luck found him, but because his words aligned him with abundance. This is the hidden law most people ignore. Your mouth is the doorway to your fortune. If you speak of riches, riches find you. If you speak of loss, loss finds you. And the universe always says yes. Each morning speak wealth over your life. Stand before your mirror and say, I am wealthy beyond measure. Money loves me. I receive unexpected income daily. I am aligned with infinite supply. Say it even if your mind protests. Say it even if your pockets are empty. For your words are planting seeds, and seeds do not sprout overnight, but sprout they must. Money is not your enemy. Money is your servant waiting for your command. But your commands are not silent thoughts. They are spoken words. Stop speaking defeat. Stop rehearsing struggle. Stop narrating lack as if it is your life story. Today, you write a new chapter. Today you declare wealth. When you speak wealth, you vibrate on the frequency of wealth. And wealth can only find its equal. Speak health, and health will answer. Speak love, and love will arrive. Speak money, and money will obey. You may think, but I've always struggled. Yes, but you've always spoken of struggle. Now speak differently. Speak as the person you wish to become. Speak as if your bank account overflows. Speak as if riches surround you, because in truth they do, but they await your call. Let your words be your wand, every phrase a spell, every sentence an invocation. Do not waste your breath on poverty-laden thoughts. Do not reinforce chains with careless words. Speak prosperity, speak freedom, speak abundance. The law of spoken wealth is not something you try, it is something you live. With every conversation you choose, speak wealth or speak want. And the universe, listening without judgment, fulfills whichever you choose. Today your words can begin a new destiny, a richer one, a freer one where lack is but a memory and abundance flows without end. But only if you dare to speak it. Only if you choose to declare wealth, until wealth itself bows to your voice and finds you without delay. To the law of inner worthiness, there is a truth hidden in plain sight, one that few dare to accept. Money does not flow to those who need it most, but to those who feel worthy of it. This is the law of inner worthiness, a spiritual law older than gold itself. You see, abundance begins not in your wallet, not in your bank account, but in your heart. The energy you carry within, the quiet belief about what you deserve, shapes the reality you experience every day. The world reflects not your needs, but your beliefs about your worth. Think for a moment, have you ever wondered why someone with less talent, less experience, and less skill seems to effortlessly attract wealth, while you struggle? It is not because life favors them over you. It is because, somewhere deep within, they believe they deserve it, and you, perhaps unknowingly, have doubted your right to receive. That inner dialogue that whispers, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready yet, I'm not worthy of success, becomes a command to the universe, keep it away from me. Understand this now. Until you heal your inner worthiness, wealth will always elude you. Even if money arrives by chance, it will slip through your fingers, finding its way back to those who subconsciously expect it to stay. For money stays where it feels invited, and that invitation is written in the vibration of your soul. So many of us were taught as children that desiring money was greedy, or that wealth was reserved for a chosen few. Some were told, people like us don't become rich. And those words, like seeds, took root in the subconscious mind. Without realizing it, many have spent their lives watering those seeds, nurturing beliefs of lack, accepting crumbs, settling for less. But those beliefs were lies. Lies that have robbed you long enough. You were never meant to live in limitation. You were born worthy of every good thing life can offer. Wealth is not a reward for perfection. It is the natural response to a soul that finally remembers its worth. But how do you remember? You begin by speaking to yourself with love. You begin by forgiving your past. You begin by standing before the mirror each day, looking into your own eyes and saying, I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of success. I am worthy of all the money I desire. Do not wait for outer evidence to confirm your worth. That day may never come. Instead, decide now, in this very moment, that you are enough, that you deserve to receive, that your past mistakes, failures, and fears do not define you. The universe does not keep score. It responds only to your present vibration, to your current belief about what you allow yourself to have. There was a woman who had struggled with money all her life. No matter how hard she worked, how many hours she put in, her finances remained a battlefield. When asked how she felt about herself, her voice cracked as she whispered, I've never felt good enough for anything, not even love, let alone money. Her subconscious belief of unworthiness blocked her blessings. She did not lack opportunities, she rejected them silently with her own disbelief. But change began when she dared to declare herself worthy. Each morning, even through tears, she affirmed, I am enough. I deserve good things. I welcome wealth into my life. At first it felt like a lie, but over time, The vibration shifted, her heart softened, and as her inner worthiness healed, outer wealth began to flow, not as a miracle but as a response to her restored belief. Money is energy, and energy follows belief. If you carry the belief that you are not worthy of financial success, your outer world must mirror that. This is not punishment. It is law. Your life does not reflect your desires, it reflects your beliefs. Change your inner belief, and your life must change. Many pray for money while feeling unworthy to receive it. They ask from a place of desperation, from a belief that they must struggle to earn even the smallest blessing. But the universe does not respond to need. It responds to vibration. The soul that declares, I am ready, I am worthy, I am willing to receive, is the soul that opens the gates of supply. Let me tell you a truth you must never forget. You are already rich. Rich in potential, rich in possibilities, rich in divine inheritance. But your outer world cannot reflect that inner wealth until you claim it as yours, until you declare your worthiness not as a wish, but as a fact. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you belittle your dreams, every time you speak words of unworthiness, you build walls around your blessings. And every time you affirm your worth, you tear those walls down. Day by day, word by word, you either invite abundance or repel it. The choice is always yours. No one else can give you permission to be wealthy. You must give it to yourself. You must stand in your own power and say, I am worthy. Not because of what I've done, not because of what I have, but because of who I am. I was born worthy. Speak it, even when you don't feel it. Speak it, especially when you don't believe it. For what you speak, you become. Release the guilt you carry about wanting more. There is no virtue in struggle. There is no honor in lack. You were not put here to scrape and suffer. You were created to expand, to flourish, to thrive. And every desire within you for more is not greed, it is guidance. Your desire for wealth is life itself nudging you toward your birthright. But remember, abundance begins within. You will not receive what you want if you secretly feel unworthy to hold it. Life responds to the energy behind your desires, not just the words of your prayers. So today, I ask you to do something radical. Treat yourself as someone who deserves the very best. Speak to yourself with the tenderness you would offer a child. Write down the words, I am worthy of wealth. Place them where your eyes can see them daily. Read them. Believe them, and act as if they are already true, for they are. Each time you choose to believe in your worth, even slightly, you shift your frequency, and as your frequency rises, wealth must respond. Not might, not maybe, must. Because energy does not lie, and life cannot withhold from a soul that knows it deserves to receive. You are not asking for too much. You are not dreaming too big. You are simply remembering what you forgot, that you are enough, that you have always been enough, that you are worthy, not someday, not after you achieve, not after you prove yourself, but now, in this breath, in this moment. So, dear soul, stand tall, lift your head, place your hand upon your heart and say softly, I am worthy of wealth. I am open to receive. I am ready for abundance. Say it again and again until the universe hears not just your voice, but your belief. For when belief and word align, nothing can stop what is yours from finding its way to you. 3. The law of fearless giving. There is a secret most people overlook when they pray for money, a secret so simple that it often escapes even those who seek abundance most desperately. That secret is this: money responds to movement. Money, like breath, must flow in and flow out. And yet, many hold so tightly to what little they have, clutching their coins in fear, thinking they must protect their lack in order to survive. They do not realize that their clenched fists block the very blessings they cry for. This is where the law of fearless giving comes in, one of the oldest spiritual principles governing wealth. When you give freely without fear, you unlock the gates through which your abundance returns. Giving is not losing. Giving is creating space. The universe abhors emptiness. When you release what you hold, life must fill that space, but it will not fill it while you stand in fear, holding back, believing in lack. Giving from fear invites loss. Giving from love invites overflow. Do you remember the last time you gave something, money, time, help, without any thought of return? Remember how light you felt? That feeling was the vibration of freedom. Because true giving is not about the amount, it's about the energy behind it. $1 given in fear tells the universe, I have little and expect less. But $1 given in joy says, I have plenty and trust more to come. The amount is irrelevant. The belief behind the gift is everything. So many souls have unknowingly trapped themselves in financial prisons, not because they lack opportunity, but because they fear releasing what they have. They hoard in panic, thinking safety lies in saving every penny. But the one who gives, even from their little, sends a signal that they trust the unseen supply to refill their hands. And the universe, in perfect faithfulness, answers that trust. I once knew a man who struggled endlessly with money. He saved every coin but never felt secure. Fear was his master. One day he was told, give something, anything, freely, with joy. Terrified but willing, he gave a small sum to a stranger in need. At that moment, his energy shifted. He proved to life that he no longer feared lack. And within days, unexpected income found him. Not because the gift bought his fortune, but because the gift unlocked it. Money must circulate. Stagnant money breeds stagnant energy. Just as water rots when it does not flow, so too does wealth when hoarded in fear. But when money moves through you, when you become a channel instead of a dam, you step into the rhythm of universal supply. Life trusts you with more when it sees that you release without fear. Giving is not about charity alone, it is about alignment. Every time you give, whether to a person, a cause, or even to yourself, you tell the universe, I am abundant enough to share. And that declaration, unspoken yet vibrational, opens channels previously blocked by your fear. Many say, when I have more I'll give. But that is not the law. Giving does not follow abundance, giving precedes it. You must act as if you have plenty, even when evidence shows otherwise. Giving when you feel empty tells life that you know the truth, your supply is infinite, even if your wallet is not yet full. The size of your gift does not matter. What matters is the spirit behind it. A penny given in trust holds more power than a fortune given in fear. If you give out of guilt, you block your blessing. If you give to manipulate, you stop the flow. But if you give out of joyful release, you become a magnet for wealth itself. Life is a mirror. If you withhold, life withholds from you. If you release, life releases blessings upon you. This is the silent covenant between you and the unseen supply. Money is energy, and energy responds to freedom, not fear. Perhaps you've said, I can't afford to give. That belief alone keeps wealth from reaching you. Giving does not reduce you. It multiplies you. Every act of fearless giving breaks a link in the chain of your financial struggle. Each time you give, you prove to life that you trust, and where there is trust, there is no room for lack. You must become like the river, letting abundance flow through you, not trying to possess it as your own. The river does not hoard water at its source, it releases, knowing the ocean awaits. And so too must you release what you hold in your hands, knowing that the infinite ocean of supply will always refill you. Start small, but start now. Give a coin, give a kind word, give your time. Give without expectation, without calculation. Give not to buy blessings, but to demonstrate your faith in abundance itself. Fearful giving is not giving. It is lost disguised as generosity, but fearless giving. That is the key that unlocks the vault of the universe. Do not misunderstand. You are not paying for your prosperity. You are not purchasing wealth by giving. You are proving your readiness to receive by showing the universe that you no longer believe in lack. There was a woman who once refused to give a beggar even a coin. I have so little, she said, and so her life remained small. When she learned the law of fearless giving, she changed. One day, she gave a small amount to someone in need, and whispered to herself, I trust life to return this multiplied, and life did. Giving multiplies. Not through magic but through law. The universe cannot pour into closed hands. The moment you release in joy, you signal that you trust the infinite supply, and trust always attracts abundance. If you want to break your financial struggle, if you want to end the cycle of lack, give. But give fearlessly, not recklessly, not out of obligation, but from the deep knowing that you are already rich, that you live in an abundant universe that responds not to your fear, but to your faith. Each act of giving is a declaration. I am wealthy. I release freely. I trust fully. And wealth must return to where it feels welcomed, where it sees no resistance, where it flows without obstruction. Let go of the idea that giving leaves you with less. Giving is not subtraction. It is circulation. Money, like blood, must move to nourish. Block its flow and you block your life's prosperity. Release it with love and life itself will rush to return what you have given multiplied and overflowing. Remember always, you are not the source of your supply. Your job, your clients, your investments are merely channels. The true source is infinite, unseen, limitless. And every time you give, you are telling that unseen source, I trust you. I trust that more will come. I am open. A fearless giving is not about how much you give. It is about how much you trust. Even a small gift, when given in full trust, cracks open the door for greater blessings. Give not out of fear. Give not to get. Give because you know that your hands are never truly empty. Give because you are connected to a supply so vast, so endless, that releasing what you hold cannot deplete you. It can only complete you. This is the law of fearless giving. Let it become your practice. Let it become your joy. Let it become your way of life. And watch as the universe responds in ways you once believed impossible. Well, for the law of grateful receiving, there is a gentle but mighty force that silently shapes your financial destiny. A force so often ignored, yet it holds the power to multiply whatever you have in your life. This is the law of grateful receiving. Most people know how to ask for money, and some even learn to give without fear. But few master the art of receiving with deep, heartfelt gratitude. They pray for abundance, yet when money appears, perhaps in small amounts, perhaps in unexpected ways, they brush it aside as insignificant or worse, feel unworthy of it. And in doing so, they block the greater blessings waiting for them. Gratitude is not a polite response. Gratitude is a vibration, a magnetic field that draws more to you of what you give thanks for. When you receive anything, no matter how small, and respond with sincere gratitude, you are telling the universe, I love this. Please send me more. And the universe listens. But many souls sabotage their financial lives by minimizing what they receive. A surprise discount, a return debt, a small bonus. These are all signs that your supply is trying to reach you. Yet, if you dismiss these moments as insignificant, you tell life itself, I do not value what you send. And life, responding faithfully, slows its flow. Why send more where what was given was not honored? To receive gratefully is to open the floodgates of abundance. Every coin that reaches your palm should be received as if it were a gold bar. Every opportunity should be met with silent reverence, as if the gates of heaven themselves have opened for you. Not because the gift itself is large, but because you recognize that each gift, no matter how small, carries within it the seed of greater things to come. There once was a woman who longed for financial freedom. Every day she prayed, but when money arrived, she would say, oh, it's just a small amount. It's nothing. And so, the universe echoed back her energy's small, insignificant returns. But when she was taught the law of grateful receiving, she changed her ways. The next time she found even a few coins in the street, she paused, held them in her hand, and whispered, thank you. Thank you. I know more is coming. That shift of gratitude created a shift in her energy, and as her gratitude expanded, so did her wealth. Many people believe gratitude is only for the blessings they can see. But gratitude must begin when the harvest is still invisible. Giving thanks before the miracle arrives is powerful, but giving thanks when small miracles appear is essential. Each time you receive, no matter how minor it seems, treat it as sacred. That energy tells the universe you are ready for more. Your subconscious mind records every moment you dismiss abundance. When you say, it's just a little, your subconscious believes you are not yet ready to handle greater amounts. Gratitude, however, tells your subconscious, we welcome all wealth, large or small. And once your subconscious aligns, your outer world must follow. You see, life is not withholding from you. Life is waiting for you to notice what you already have and honor it. Gratitude multiplies what you possess because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance. And where your focus goes, energy flows. Each morning, you must train your heart to awaken with thanks. Not just for what you hope to receive, but for what you already hold. Look around you even now. Are you breathing? Give thanks. Do you have shelter, food, even a small coin in your wallet? Give thanks. That energy radiates outward and magnetizes prosperity to you in ways you cannot predict. When money comes, bless it. When help arrives, bless it. When opportunity knocks, bless it. Never again belittle your blessings. Never again downplay what life places in your hands, because every seed of abundance carries the promise of a harvest, but only gratitude can water that seed. Imagine walking into a store and receiving a discount you did not expect. In that moment, silently say, thank you, universe, for this gift. I know more is coming. That small act of grateful receiving shifts your vibration into prosperity consciousness. Many block their supply by feeling guilty when money comes. They receive but think, I don't deserve this. And so, the energy of rejection surrounds their blessing and it leaves. You must understand receiving is not selfish. It is spiritual. Money is energy, and you receiving it with joy and gratitude keeps that energy moving, expanding and blessing not just you, but all whom your money touches. Do not apologize for your blessings. Do not hide your abundance when it comes. Celebrate it with grace. Thank life itself. For in that vibration of celebration, you signal to the universe, I am open, I am worthy, I welcome more. Some will say, but I want millions. Why should I celebrate a small gift? And that is why millions do not come. If you reject small beginnings, you close the path to greater endings. Wealth comes step by step, and each step must be honored. Practice grateful receiving daily. When someone offers help, accept it and say, thank you. When money arrives, hold it with reverence and speak softly. I bless this money. I give thanks for it. I know this is just the beginning. Gratitude shifts your focus from absence to presence. And presence is power. You cannot manifest wealth while anchored in the energy of lack. Gratitude pulls you into the now, reminding you that even the smallest evidence of prosperity is proof that your supply is near. You are not waiting for abundance. Abundance is waiting for you to recognize it. Every day blessings try to reach you. But if you respond with indifference or disbelief, those blessings retreat. Instead, meet each one with awe. Meet each one with joy. Receive as a child receives, a simple gift bringing infinite happiness. There is no shortage in life. There is only unawareness of the supply that surrounds you. Gratitude awakens your awareness. It sharpens your spiritual sight. Suddenly, where you once saw scarcity, you begin to see opportunity. Where you once noticed lack, you now witness supply in motion. Money is not just currency, it is confirmation. Confirmation that you are connected to the infinite source. Each time it comes to you, no matter how small the amount, it is a love letter from the universe. Will you read that letter and celebrate it? Or will you throw it aside and wonder why greater gifts never arrive? Grateful receiving does not mean you settle for less. It means you honor the process. You honor the journey. You honor the flow of prosperity as it begins to move toward you. Let every gift, every payment, every coin that comes into your life be treated as sacred. Bless your money as it arrives. Speak to it with love. Say, "Thank you for finding me. You are welcome here. Multiply as you rest in my hands." Do not compare your blessings to others. Comparison is poison. Gratitude is the antidote. Focus not on what others receive. Focus on honoring what arrives for you, knowing that as you give thanks, your own blessings will multiply. The law of grateful receiving is not optional if you seek abundance. It is essential. Without gratitude, you block the flow. With gratitude, you open the floodgates. Train yourself to celebrate every sign of abundance. A found coin, a small gift, an unexpected favor. Meet them all with equal joy. For in the energy of joy you tell life, "I am ready. I am willing. I am grateful." And life, hearing you, must respond. Make it your daily ritual to give thanks for all you have. Speak it aloud. Feel it in your heart. Say, "I am grateful for every blessing, seen and unseen. I know more is coming." And so it shall. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a frequency, and when you dwell in that frequency you become a magnet for miracles. Grateful receiving is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the key to unlocking the riches waiting for you. Receive with open hands, with an open heart, and with words of deep thanks. For every time you do, the universe whispers back, "Prepare." Greta 5, the law of unseen supply. There is a truth so powerful, so freeing, yet so misunderstood, that it keeps millions locked in a prison of financial struggle without bars. That truth is this: your job is not your source. Your business is not your source. Your customers, your salary, your career, none of these are your true supply. They are merely channels. The real supply, the infinite supply, is unseen. It is divine. It is limitless. This is the law of unseen supply. Most people look at their bank account and see limitation. They believe what their physical eyes show them. They think, "This is all I have." And that thought alone becomes a wall that blocks their blessings. But the wise know that what they see is only a fraction of what exists. Beyond what you can touch, beyond what you can calculate, lies an ocean of abundance waiting for your recognition. To live by the law of unseen supply is to understand that money does not come from people. It comes through people. Opportunities do not originate from companies. They arrive through companies. The universe is your true employer. The divine is your everlasting supplier, and its resources are as endless as the stars in the sky. Imagine for a moment that life is like a great river, constantly flowing. Some try to dam the river, fearing that supply will run out. But others build channels, trusting that the river will always refill them. You must become the one who trusts, the one who understands that the river cannot run dry, because its source is unseen, inexhaustible, and eternal. Many people limit their wealth because they attach their prosperity to a single channel. They believe their paycheck is their only means of survival, and when that paycheck feels small, they feel small. They forget that supply is not confined to their current job or situation. The moment you disconnect your identity from a single source, you set your finances free. You tell the universe, "I am open to receive from any channel you choose." And the universe, abundant beyond measure, answers. You may lose a job, but your supply is never lost. You may close a business, but your abundance remains untouched. Channels may shift, doors may close, but the source never dries up. It waits patiently for you to remember where your wealth truly comes from. I once knew a man who lost his job and fell into despair. He believed his source was cut off. But when he was reminded of the law of unseen supply, he changed his inner conversation. Each day he said, "My supply is infinite and unseen. New channels open for me now." Within weeks, he received an unexpected offer from a place he had never considered. Money flowed once more, not as a miracle, but as a response to his newfound faith. You must train your mind to see beyond appearances. If you only believe what you see, you are a prisoner to your current conditions. But when you believe in the unseen, you walk as a master of abundance. You understand that channels are temporary, but supply is eternal. Your job, your business, your clients, they are vessels, not the ocean. Never confuse the vessel with the source. The universe has countless vessels. When one breaks, another is sent. Your only task is to remain open, expectant, and aligned with the truth that abundance is never lost. It only changes direction. Every morning, declare boldly, "I look not to man for my supply. My supply is unseen, limitless, and flowing to me now." Each time fear whispers, "What if money runs out?" answer with faith, "My supply is infinite. It can never run out." Detach from the idea that your financial security rests on a single paycheck, a single client, a single opportunity. Trust that the unseen supply can create new pathways where none existed before. Life is not limited by your job title or your current situation. It is limited only by your belief. When you rely solely on your own effort, you trap yourself in struggle. But when you align with the unseen supply, doors open without force. You attract rather than chase. You receive rather than wrestle. Money does not come from effort alone. Money flows from alignment, and alignment comes from knowing the truth. The supply you seek is already yours, waiting in the invisible realms to become visible at your command. Dare to believe that the universe knows your needs and is always working to fulfill them. Even when you see nothing changing, trust that behind the scenes supply is gathering, preparing to flow into your life through channels you cannot yet see. If one door closes, rejoice. Your supply was never tied to that door. A greater opening is being prepared for you. If a source seems blocked, do not fear. The true source is boundless and it is never blocked. Say each day, I release my attachment to this or that channel. I trust in the infinite unseen supply. I am open to receive in surprising and joyful ways. This affirmation keeps your energy fluid, receptive and expectant, and the universe must respond to expectation rooted in faith. There is no shortage of wealth. There is only shortage of belief. When you shift your consciousness from scarcity to infinite supply, your outer world will mirror that shift. Life is always reflecting your inner state. If you feel trapped, you will see limitations. If you feel free, you will experience abundance. Your role is not to force supply. Your role is to align with it, to believe in it, to speak it into existence even when evidence seems scarce. Every thought of lack blocks the flow. Every affirmation of unseen supply strengthens it. Visualize your wealth not as a locked vault, but as an endless fountain. A fountain that never stops, never diminishes, never dries. Drink from that fountain daily in your mind and heart, and soon you will drink from it in your physical reality. Detach from specific outcomes. Trust that your supply can reach you in countless ways. Opportunities, gifts, surprises, miracles, all are channels the unseen supply can use. Do not limit the universe by dictating how your abundance must come. Simply know that it will come. Walk through life knowing you are backed by infinite resources. Speak as one who is already supported. Act as one who is already provided for. That inner certainty magnetizes channels of wealth to you with ease. When fear arises, do not fight it. Instead, remind yourself, I am connected to infinite supply. My source is divine and cannot fail. Repeat this truth until your fear dissolves. Fear cannot survive where faith is declared. Every day open your heart and say, I release my dependency on visible channels. I place my faith in the unseen supply that never ends. Let that be your morning prayer and your evening song. If you trust only what you can see, your life will be small. But if you trust in the unseen, your life will become a testimony of miracles. The law of unseen supply is not a fantasy, it is a spiritual law, and like all laws it works when you work it. Life is abundant. Supply is endless. Your wealth is not in someone else's hands. It is not locked away. It surrounds you now, waiting for your belief to unlock it. Your job may sustain you for a time. A business deal may provide for a season, but never mistake the temporary for the eternal. The true source of your wealth is unseen, unlimited, and unconditional. So today, choose to believe in what your eyes cannot yet see. Choose to trust the infinite over the immediate. Choose to speak abundance, expect abundance, and receive abundance not from people, not from circumstances, but from the unseen supply that loves you more than you know. The river of wealth flows now. You stand at its banks. Will you dip your hands in fear, or will you plunge them in faith? The law of unseen supply waits only for your answer. Your money is not bound by your job, your past, or your current situation. It is governed by unseen laws and infinite supply waiting for your belief. Trust in the invisible, speak as if it's already yours, give fearlessly, receive gratefully, and know deep within, you are worthy of abundance. Let the unseen supply work for you now.